All right, welcome. Today we're diving into a piece of golf gear that promises to tackle one of the biggest pains in the neck for any golfer, the whole pre-round setup. We're talking about the Motocaddy Qb2 Push Cart. So, the big question is, does it really live up to the hype about being simple and a beast on the course? Let's find out.
Oh, you know the feeling, right? You're dragging that heavy bag out of the car, you're wrestling with some clunky, complicated cart, and before you've even hit your first ball, you're already feeling tired and maybe a little frustrated. It can totally zap your energy and focus. What's supposed to be a chill day on the links suddenly feels like, well, a chore.
And that is precisely the headache the Motocaddy Qb2 is designed to get rid of. I mean, the whole idea is to kill that pre-round hassle, so your walk around the course is as smooth as a perfect putt. But, talk is cheap. Let's see if it actually delivers.
Okay, so first up, let's talk about effortless convenience. I mean, let's be real. If your push cart isn't actually making your life easier, then what's the point of having one? This is where the Qb2 is supposed to be a total game changer.
So Motocaddy really zeroed in on what drives most golfers crazy, the setup. And their solution? It's genius in its simplicity, a one-step folding mechanism. Seriously. No fiddling with a bunch of weird levers, no trying to figure out confusing instructions, it's just one quick and easy action.
And that right there is the difference between, fumbling around in the parking lot for 5 minutes and just strolling right up to the first tee. We're talking about going from totally folded up to ready to roll in literally seconds. It just completely gets rid of that all-too-common pre-round headache.
So, what's the secret sauce here? Well, it's all about that slim aluminum frame. But look, lightweight isn't just some spec on a sheet, it's about what it does for you. It means you can steer around bunkers way easier, you feel less tired after 18 holes, and oh yeah, no more grunting and groaning trying to hoist it back into your car.
Okay, but what about getting it set up right out of the box? We've all had those nightmare assembly projects, right? Well, good news. The Qb2 is designed to be totally tool-free. You don't need a toolbox at all. It uses these quick-release clips and screws you just tighten by hand. You just follow a few simple pictures, snap the wheels on, and boom, you're good to go.
All right, so we've established it's a breeze to get from your car to the course. That's a huge win. But what happens when the rubber hits the, fairway? How does it actually perform on the course? Because that's what really counts, right? Let's dig into its on-course performance.
Think about it. Once you're out there navigating hills and those tricky, uneven lies, convenience doesn't matter as much as stability. You absolutely need a cart that feels solid under your bag. Something secure, that doesn't feel like it's going to tip over and send your expensive clubs scattering everywhere.
So, how exactly does the Qb2 achieve that rock-solid stability? Well, it really boils down to 3 smart design features. First, it's got a wide wheelbase, which gives it a really solid base, especially on hills. Second, it has a low center of gravity, which helps keep it glued to the ground. And finally, remember that strong aluminum frame we talked about? That keeps it from flexing or twisting, so the whole thing stays nice and rigid.
And of course, the stable frame is only as good as the wheels it's sitting on, right? You need something that can handle all the different surfaces on a golf course. On the cart path, they roll super easily. Out on the fairway, they just glide along without tearing up the grass. And when you get into the rough, they do a great job of absorbing the bumps, which means a smoother ride for you and your clubs.
Okay, now get ready for a number that really tells you a lot about this cart's muscle. 30 kilograms.
So what does that mean in real terms? That's a 66-pound capacity. That is more than enough to handle even the heaviest tour bag, a full set of clubs, rain gear, drinks, everything. You basically never have to worry about overloading this thing. It won't even break a sweat.
And listen, this cart is built to take a beating from all those on-course challenges. The materials are specifically chosen to fight off rust if you're playing in wet conditions and to keep from fading in the hot sun. The frame itself is engineered to handle all the bumps and jostles and just the general wear and tear of being thrown in and out of your car week after week.
Okay, so we've covered convenience, we've covered performance. Now for this last part, let's pull it all together. We're going to talk about value, durability, and most importantly, help you figure out if the Qb2 is actually the right investment for you and your game.
And really, this is the million-dollar question, isn't it? It's not about whether this is a good cart in general, it's about whether it's the right cart for you, for the way you play the game. So who is this cart's ideal owner? Well, see if this sounds like you. You're someone who really values a quick, no-fuss setup. You need a cart that's a durable, stable workhorse. Maybe you're short on space in your car or garage. Or maybe you're just a smart, budget-conscious golfer who wants really solid core features without paying extra for a bunch of bells and whistles you're never going to use.
When you boil it all down, the final verdict is pretty simple, and I think this quote sums it up perfectly. It's a smart choice for casual and serious golfers alike. That combination of simplicity and real-deal durability just hits a sweet spot that works for so many different kinds of players.
So as we wrap this up, the final question really isn't just about buying a push cart. It's about what that cart gives back to you. We're talking about more time, more energy, and better focus for your game. So you kind of have to ask yourself, how much is an easier, more enjoyable round of golf really worth to you? Something to think about. Thanks so much for tuning in.